Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and today has not gone as planned. You ever have one of those days? It's actually a Monday morning, and for starters, we got back from a wonderful weekend getaway, but somehow, I don't know what happened, but Tim forgot to set his alarm. Our morning just got off to a late start, which kind of put me behind, I'm just so used to that routine. So that put breakfast behind, and then my morning walk was later this morning. And since I haven't showered yet, I thought maybe this is a good time just to get down to the garden and do some of those things that and do some of those things that I really just don't want to do. Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and today has not gone as planned. You ever have one of those days? It's actually a Monday morning, and for starters, we got back from a wonderful weekend getaway, but somehow, I don't know what happened, but Tim forgot to set his alarm for the new week, and so he woke up. He was behind. Normally I'm up before him, showered and everything, and that didn't happen. So our morning just got off to a late start, and which kind of put me behind, I'm just so used to that routine. And so I haven't showered yet. Well, I don't want to say that. Let's see. So that put breakfast behind, and then my morning walk was later this morning. And since I haven't showered yet, I thought maybe this is a good time just to get down to the garden and do some of those things that I really just don't want to do. I did notice, now this past weekend, last few days, we've got the past few days we've had lots of rain storms. It is so humid right now, and it's supposed to get close to 90. So this is like the probably at least suitable time to be out here digging in the dirt and gardening. But starting tomorrow, we have like 6 days of heavy rain in the forecast. We have potatoes in the ground that really should have come up a few weeks ago, and I have some pumpkin plants that we planted the next row over. Well, they are starting to come and cover where the I'm really struggling today. They're starting to come and cover where the potato plants are that I haven't dug up yet. Plus, we've got the potato plants in the bags. I've been waiting for them to die out, and they still haven't completely. But my fear is the longer things stay in the ground, the more they are going to be susceptible to rotting and all that. We don't want that to happen either. So I'm going to test it out. I'm going to dig a little bit and just see what things are looking like. See if the soil is suitable for digging those up. And that's what I'm going to do first thing this morning. This is the ugly side of gardening. I'm going to show you what the garden looks like right now, which is really not great. But it is August. It's time for the summer garden to start to die back. The cucumbers are done. Even though we have cucumbers on the vine, they look good, but they are bitter as all get out. So I'm ready to pull those jokers out of there. The corn just didn't do anything. It's going to be a wonderful fall decoration though. All those corn stalks. And the beans are they've been hit and miss. So I may just kind of let that area do its thing and die out. But I'll show you the tomatoes. They're looking pitiful right now. So that's the plan for this morning. And then maybe we'll do something fun at the end of this video, just to to bring in a little bit of joy in all this. Got my cold water. Gonna be finding lots of shades and taking lots of breaks. All right, so this is the area we're working on today. You see our pumpkin plants are spreading out nicely. Look how gigantic these leaves are, just to give you some idea. I don't see any little pumpkins yet. I see lots of little buds, so I'm hoping that we'll be seeing pumpkins soon, because we really need them all ready to be producing so we have them for fall. But you'll see the butternut squash is dying out. That's the vine that's coming down through the pumpkins. Here's a couple more pumpkins over here. But we've got potatoes from here to here in the ground. And then we've got our containers here that we still haven't dug out. This one is already died back. I had one over here that had, so they would be okay to get out, but like this one's still pretty green. And I've been told that, there's some dead ones in there, but if they're still green, they're still growing. So Like I said, we're gonna just kind of test it out and see what they look like. And I may go ahead and pull them just because I don't want them to stand there and rot and then we lose our harvest. But you can see over here the scary, ugly side of gardening. When it's, you know, upwards to 100 degrees and you have a hot, hot summer and drought and no rain, and then you get just like rains and storms. I mean, the tomato plants, they were just breaking under the all that heavy rain. I've tried to stake them. I tried to tie them up. They just the weather just wasn't the best this year for them. But we did get a lot off the vine. You'll see a lot of red, but the reason I haven't pulled those is because a lot of them have the bottom rot over on this side. Now, spraying the calcium, this is actually a pretty good looking plant. Spraying the calcium on them, I don't know if you saw that short, but I did that and that corrected the problem. So from there on out, they started doing better, but there were some already that had produced that were no good. So a lot of those are still on the vine. Anyway, I got off what I could. Some are rotten over there. I just haven't messed with them. They'll just kind of compost into the ground probably. This tomato plant is still trying to hang on. We've got one over here that's trying. But anyway, next year I will try harder to make sure we get them secured and staked a little bit better. We already have some plans and some ideas. I'm gonna shift some things. You know, every year you learn and then you try to do better the next year. And then here's what we're dealing with over on this side. Like I said, our corn is just not going to really do anything this year, but once it dries out, might make for a pretty decoration. The sunflowers have kind of done their thing. They're facing the neighbor's house, which the neighbors were delighted about. They've told me a couple times how much they enjoyed our sunflowers this year, so I'm glad they were able to bless someone like that. We'll go around and I'll show you the other side. But our beans, I need to get in here and harvest some beans. This plant looks really good. It's just trying to get to all of them and not get stung or bit by anything. And we've got some over here that are, you know, kind of dying out for the season. The okra has not been nearly as pretty as it has been in years past. It's kind of spindly looking. And then I've got this action going on over here, which looks like a bunch of ants. And I haven't seen that before. So I don't know. It's just been a peculiar year. We do have a yellow squash plant over here that's tried really hard to produce. Don't know if you can see it down there in the bottom. I've gotten one off of it so far. It looks like I've got one more trying to come through. And then that'll probably be the end of that. But our okra, yeah, just, you know, crowded out maybe. Anyway, thankful for what we have gotten. The cucumbers, I need to pull them out of here. Like I said, they're just, what they are producing, just they taste terrible. There's one that stayed on way too long, but like even the little ones curling up and they're just bitter. So they're normally done by the 1st of July around here anyway. All right, time to get to work. All right, well, I found me a shady spot now and had a little water. Yo, it's hot. That humidity, it just makes it feel so much worse than probably it is. I think it's already 90 degrees, but whew, the humidity is rough. I just know that today is really my last opportunity to get those up. I'll show you what I got out of the ground. Not a lot. I'm not impressed with the potato harvest this year. In fact, it's really got me thinking about not growing potatoes next year. I don't know. We'll see how the grow bags do, and then maybe that will change my mind and we'll just do grow bags next year. I'm gonna try to move them in the shade, but I noticed some yellow jackets and I'm concerned that I'm close to a yellow jacket nest, so I'm going to move a little. All right, well, I'm hoping this spot will be better. I still see them a little bit. I'm trying to be in the shade. I think they are too. But this is what we got out of the ground. So covered the bottom and some of them are wet. This is the largest one I got, which is pretty good size. And I got some smaller ones. But what we grew are Yukon Gold and Kennebec potatoes this year. And so this is my first year growing the Kennebec. From what I can tell, they are similar to the Yukon Gold, the Kennebec. I don't know how long my phone is gonna let me record because of the heat. It doesn't like being out here. So anyway, Alex is out here now. I've got the wheelbarrow here. We're going to take those grow bags, I think, and just dump them in the wheelbarrow and do some digging and see what we can get. And just what we get is what we get. This dirt will probably go back into the garden because I think it's good soil. And this will go into the woods. I salvaged a few potatoes. There's still 2 more bags down there. It is what it is. Let's go do something fun and fulfilling. All right, guys, as promised, we are gonna go do something fun. Boy, was digging out those potatoes not only a hot job, but a frustrating job in a way. Like I said, I'm gonna be happy with what we got, and we learned some things. One thing I will say is that the Yukon Gold potatoes did better in the bags than the Kennebec. So if you ever want to try to grow potatoes in the grow bags, I would suggest the Yukon Gold. But all is not lost. You know, we'll save those grow bags. Like I said, I'll clean them out, and maybe we'll put blueberry bushes in them, some blackberry bushes. I mean, who knows? That is probably what I would do with them in the future if I had to decide right now. And I'm also thinking maybe that we're not going to grow potatoes next year. I don't know. We might take a break. We might not. When I told Tim that, he was a little disappointed. So I don't know what we'll do. You know, we got a whole year to figure it out. But I did tell you that we would go do something fun. And so I got a cup of coffee here, and I'm sitting in front of Hobby Lobby. We're going to go in here and we're going to see what they've got new for fall, because I am in the fall decorating mode. Lots of rain is getting ready to come in. Like I said, it's already started a little bit today. In fact, this is another day. This is, I think, a day or 2 later. So anyway, we're gonna get in here and see what they got, and who knows, I might start undecorating the house this week, or transitioning the house from summer to fall. We'll see. You know, it's rainy, it's cloudy, I can't get outside. What else to do, right? y'all, I did not get much, but I did get a couple of things because I got to thinking as I was in there, let me like get all my fall stuff out and then I can see what I need versus just going and spending and not needing stuff. But I did know that I need another runner because I had a little mishap on one that I use a lot and got a stain on there that I couldn't get off. So everything was 40% off. I like this neutral color. It's just like an off-white with the black stripe. I thought that would tie in well with our farmhouse primitive fall decor. So that'll probably go on the kitchen table or the buffet as you enter the home. I don't know, it'll go somewhere, but pick that up. And then I thought these were super cute. Let's see if you can see the pattern. There we go. You can see the texture and everything. Stay cozy with the brown leather leaf. You can see it's engraved in there. And then I got a green one that says give thanks. We'll have to calm the ribbon down. It's doing its own little thing there. But these two I thought were super cute. They were like $3 a piece. And so I thought, you know, we'll tuck those on a shelf. This green color, I've got an idea. I want to do some updates. And this is a color that I'm thinking about painting something like an accent piece in the house. So I'm still thinking on this. Stay tuned for that. It's either going to be this color or like a, I call it like Robin's egg blue or Williamsburg blue. You know, just like a, I don't even know what the color is, but anyway, vintage blue maybe. So I thought that would be a nice compliment if I do that. So pick these up. And then the only other thing I got, that's all I got for fall. The only other thing I got, you know, I'm a homeschool mom and we're getting ready to start back a new year. And I like these 18-month planners. I thought this one was really pretty. And I start out strong and then sometimes I don't use the planner after halfway through the year. But that is not my intention this year is to use it all the way through. Anyway, I thought this was really pretty. It's got scripture and words of encouragement in it. So they were on sale. Went ahead and got my planner for the year. I'll probably start putting it to use this week or next. All right, well, that's all I picked up at Hobby Lobby today. Hope you enjoyed this video. We did a little bit of everything, but it's nice just sometimes to go do something fun after such a hard job like the one we did. We will enjoy, though, the reward of those potatoes. So I'm gonna get home now before this storm comes through. I hope that you are safe and well. Probably by the time you see this, all of this little tropical storm Debbie will be out of here, and I hope that you all are safe from the storm, that your loved ones are safe, and that everybody stays well during this week, and that there are no complications from this storm. So until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, enjoy the moments you've been given, and I will see you all in the next one.